1077 GNA, Kenny Chesney setting the world on fire on Albany's #1 for New Country. I'm Matty Jeff, broadcasting live backstage at SPAC, getting ready for the big Brad Paisley show tonight. Now, speaking of setting the world on fire, we're joined by Lindsay Ell right now. You were just sound checking, and the bass down there sounded like an earthquake.
I know, right? This venue is incredible. I'm so excited to play tonight.
And have you ever been in upstate New York in May with a 90-degree day?
I have not. Is this typical?
We wish it was typical.
I was like, dang, I could get used to this.
If you can bring weather every time you visit upstate New York like this, we'll be super happy about it.
I'll just pack it in my bag and bring it along.
Hey, I want to start off today. Of course, sad story this morning. We heard Chris Cornell, rock star, Soundgarden fame, passed away, and I noticed that you posted about it on Twitter. What did you think about that?
So sad. He died way too young, and I mean, talk about a voice. Like, there's none other like his. Black Hole Sun, like, he really started a new era for rock music. So sad, so sad. Yeah,
it'll be interesting how that develops over the next few days. Sad news. But moving on to a happier note, you have a new LP out called Worth the Wait. Definitely worth the wait. Now, this is really interesting, and I asked you about this before. I thought it might drive you up a wall. Christian Bush.
Yes.
Of Sugarland
Amazing.
fame.
So smart. He is the nicest human being, but also like a mad scientist in the studio.
Well, what makes him a mad scientist?
He's just so creative. And one of the coolest things he did was when we were having our first few song meetings, he was like, Lindsay, what's your favorite record of all time? And I'm like, well, that would be Continuum by John Mayer. And he's like, okay, perfect. I want you to go record the whole thing. And I looked at him blankly. And he was like, the only rules are you have to play all the instruments. You have to do it in your little office by yourself, and you have 2 weeks. Go.
So, like, at first you're like, okay, I want to record my record. I got to go record this other record. Was it frustrating at first, or did you see it as an opportunity?
It was incredible. I totally saw it as an opportunity. And 8 a.m. till 3 a.m. for the next 2 weeks after that, I recreated my favorite record, which I thought I knew, but when you need to recreate something in your own voice, you just learn something to a different level. And I learned so much about my guitar playing, about John Mayer's guitar playing, and most importantly, how I love to hear a band recorded in the studio, which really laid the groundwork for going to record.
And you have a John Mayer song on the EP, right?
I do. It's actually the same work tape that I submitted to Christian.
That's
so
amazing.
I did it all by myself. It has like out-of-tune guitars, like in my janky little studio, but there was just a magic in that moment, and so we wanted to put a song on the EP, as well as we are going to release the Continuum project one day.
That we'd love to hear. Now, you mentioned guitars, and you love John Mayer as a guitar player. This is like a guitar player's tour.
It's insane. It's insane.
Because, you're an amazing guitar player, and I love the fact, too, because I have a daughter, and I want her to learn how to play guitar. So I love that there's this great role model.
Anytime you want me to give her a guitar lesson, I am there. Just tell me when and where.
Anytime. Can you babysit, too?
Yes, I'm an exceptional babysitter.
But you have, obviously you on the tour, Brad Paisley, who we all know is a super virtuoso.
It's like a guitar masterclass.
And Chase Bryant.
Chase Bryant. And so the three of us, and now we throw Dustin Lynch in the mix, too. Like, it's like a guitar slinger tour.
Are there any surprises maybe tonight with, multiple guitar joining things on stage jamming?
I don't want to ruin surprises for anyone coming to the show tonight, but it's going to be an amazing night. Brad puts on an incredible show, and there might be a few little surprises in the mix there.
Lindsay promises she will not cuss when she's on stage.
It's not really my thing. I know we talked about it going into this interview, and I was being completely sarcastic about it, but I was like, yeah, I mean, it's not really my thing. Is that
cussing?
Weird? I mean, Marissa and I were talking about it.
Marissa's got this too.
Okay, cursing, which one is it?
Yeah, so our producer, Vinny, we're here with Lindsay Ell opening the Brad Paisley show tonight, and we're about to go on the air. He says, hey, no cursing. And then Lindsay's like, don't worry, I won't cuss. But is that like a Canadian thing because you're from Canada?
Maybe it's like a,
All right, well, Lindsay, we're so looking forward to having you open the show tonight. It's been a little while, I think about a year since we have you in the area. You actually opened for Jennifer Nettles in Albany.
That is so true.
Last year.
Now the other half of the Sugarland duo. It's so great to be back, and I can't wait to see everybody.
So we're looking forward to the show tonight. Everyone, Lindsay Ell, if you don't have your tickets yet tonight for SPAC, hey, it's a beautiful night. Get your long tickets at the box office. Lindsay, thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
More coming up soon. We got Dustin Lynch and Chase Bryant coming by. Backstage at SPAC. Big summer opener here on 1077 GNA.